Hello, Leo, and welcome to 2025. Here we are. We made it so far. And this is going to be a very interesting year, I'm sure. So let's get control over our state and that which we desire to accomplish. I have created a modified magic star with only the major arcana. And this is going to show us where to concentrate our efforts to manifest and achieve all the goals, or whatever those may be. Now, this reading is for the month of January, but this one is the most important one for this year. So this one will kind of color the next 4 months, the next 12 months. I will be doing a new reading each month on the new moon, sort of as a refresher for the new moon manifestation, and we'll get into that a little bit more in depth as time goes on, but this is going to be sort of like the kickstart guidance for January 2025. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Here we go. So the first card, which indicates the desire that you are thinking of, is represented by the Magician. The second position are what seeds you need to sow in order to get what you want, and we have the Hanged Man. In position 3, we have a new belief, which helps you to achieve your success, and we have the World card, right? And in position 4, we have who or what helps you, and we have the Fool. In position 5, we have who or what challenges you, and we have the Chariot. In position 6, we have, let's see, where's my notes here? In position 6, we have areas of growth. We have the Strength card. And in final position, lessons to take with us to the next cycle, we have the Emperor. Well, the Emperor has been showing up in everybody's reading. So something is definitely going on with our society that's affecting everybody, it seems. Yeah, let's see, what else have I seen? I've seen the Magician a lot as well. So you, dear Leo, are actually starting with the Magician, which means you could even be in a teaching mode this year, or bringing your expertise and knowledge to others, maybe in a kind of esoteric way, or even in just such a practical way where you're teaching others how to be happy, how to live better, and how to make the most of their gifts and bring them out in themselves. So it looks like a very inspirational point for you to be, Leo. So you are coming from a very strong place of self-mastery, self-strength. You're passing that wise information along. So in the second position, we have the Hanged Man, and this indicates what seeds you need to sow to get what you want. Now, the Hangman is kind of a stuck character, so maybe you are trying to figure out how best to go about achieving your goal, because even though you have mastered a lot, you can kind of get stuck in a groove, right? And think that you know all that there is to know, but the cards are recommending that you take another look at things. Maybe actually ask yourself about the opposite of everything. Just as a mental exercise, sort of like do a George Costanza, like if everything, okay, I mean, I'm not saying that you are George Costanza or anything, but in order to examine something thoroughly, you've got to examine the opposite as well, right? So, if even though the opposite may be completely wrong, and you're absolutely right in your point of view, it'll teach you something about people with that kind of point of view. So while you are really great with your current point of view, in terms of people who have a different point of view, you may be kind of stuck in your ways and not be able to listen to them, because even though their point of view is different, it doesn't mean it's not valid. It's an opinion that's valid to themselves. It is still a an opinion, and it still is a part of that person. So to understand that other person better, it's a good idea to see where they're coming from, and that also in turn expands your ability to read people and help people, which is what I think you're aiming for, Leo. Okay, so in position 3, a new belief that would promote success. We have the World card. We have the final card in the major arcana, the final goal card. And this card, it depicts reaching the end, reaching the culmination of a cycle. Now, you may not have reached that end yet. Like, see how the colors of the cards here are very warm, and the Hangman, which it's requesting that you explore, and the World are kind of cool tones. So these are isolated over there by themselves because they are something that is not in your life right just yet, but it's something that you are striving towards or looking forward to, because this is something that you are very cognizant of, something that you have had on your mind for a very long time. It could be a very lofty goal, either upscaling your knowledge business or whatever this kind of teaching capacity is. So yeah, you're looking to move to a new level. You're leveling up in terms of what it is you do and what it is you have to offer the world. So it's good to, utilize this opposite point of view to stretch and to learn and to kind of go outside the box in order to offer something that is out of the ordinary, is out of the the mainstream. Offer something that's above and beyond, and take steps towards looking for what that may be, Leo, because if anybody can find a new way of doing things, it is you for sure. So once you reach that world goal, if it's something that you see already on the horizon, or if it is something that you have just thought about, that you have turned into a goal recently, it is there. It is very tangible in the future. Tangible in the future? It's very attainable. That's the word that I should have used in the first place. In the future, or in the present. Now, with all this thinking process and learning and grinding, this is really, really hard mental work. We have the Fool here, and the Fool helps in the recommendation that you kind of take an approach that is more childlike, more innocent, because it's very easy to become jaded when you know so much, and when you can see the end of how things end by the way people are acting right now. You can become a little jaded, a little staunch in your ways. With the Fool to help you soften those edges, and really become more warm towards the people whom you are helping, because it is possible for people to see you as unattainable. If somebody is trying to get your attention here in a romantic sense, they might think that you're out of their league. Meanwhile, you're just working very, very hard and seeming very intimidating, but tone it down a bit so that you're not so intimidating to those people who come to you for help. And you'll find that that will open up a new level of communication between you and those whom you are trying to help reach their best purpose. I see a lot of Leos becoming leaders, becoming teachers, but also becoming coaches, becoming definitely setting up their own platform and getting attention for it. Now we have in the fifth position of who or what challenges you is the Chariot. And the Chariot sets out upon the road and cannot see the end of the road, but knows exactly where that road leads. Now, if you are going to take that road, you have to have some faith, and also you have to have some willpower to move forward on that road. And so when a card ends up in position 5, this means that this is something that needs to be worked on, dear Leo. So you want to see if you are procrastinating in any way or you're self-sabotaging in any way, because to make progress, you really need to move forward. And so if this is the challenge, if this is the card in the challenge area of your spread, then that means that you are having a little trouble moving forward somehow. Either you don't trust the process, or you may not trust yourself, or you may be sabotaging by being lazy or distracted or procrastinating or something like that. So that is something definitely to keep in mind. Certainly it is a lot to take on, all this self-mastery and teaching and responsibility, but it's to get to where you're going, you really need to get going. You know, that is got to be one of the least eloquent phrases I've uttered, but it's true. I mean, nobody ever gets to the destination by not moving, so you got to move, and that is why this card is showing up in what is challenge you in position 5. So in position 6 we have Strength. And Strength is just another card along the lines of the Magician, right? So the Magician is acquiring the skills. The Magician is doing it. And then the Strength is the implementation of those skills, or the amalgamation of those skills into a plan. And it's another self-directed card like the Chariot. So the Chariot is the 7 and Strength is the 8. So you're going to be moving into the direction of your plan. So the Strength card is another card that says if you want something, you're going to have to do it. So the 7 card says if you want something, you're going to have to plan for it. Sorry, if you want something, you're going to have to move to get it, towards it. And the Strength card says if you want something, you're going to have to plan for it, because you've come to the point where you've acquired all the knowledge that you need, and now you just need to move forward and put it into practice. So I see like moving to the next stage, the next level, the next platform of your plan, right? And if you were just a small teacher in the beginning, then now you've gained a lot of followers and you have a much bigger platform. And the Strength card is going to help you grow by really underlining the importance of having a plan, of having a strategy set out for daily scheduling and getting things done. Okay, and in the final position we have the Emperor, and the Emperor is our society. that we live in, all its rules and confines and regulations and bureaucracies and, you know, institutions and every public service that's available to us. And this is something that is going to be affecting you in the future, and so you want to be well aware of any business regulations or you know, I'm thinking about the kind of bureaucratic processes where you know, you need to sign up for a business and stuff like that, get your business name, any credentials, certifications, stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure what it is that you are working on, Leo, but you are definitely going to need some assistance, and there may be government programs out there for setting up grants and loans, etc. So you've got a lot of options here, right? And so look into it. Don't think that you have to do this alone, because this is a huge undertaking, and it's such a valuable undertaking. This is like a big change in your life. This is like you going from somebody who works for somebody else to somebody who absolutely has a bunch of happy people working for them. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Leo. Okay, so leave me a comment down below if you found this interesting, or if you have any questions. If you know of anybody who needs to hear these words, then please pass along my my URL for my channel. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out. And yeah, don't forget to comment. I'd love to hear from you, Leo. How did this, does this apply to you? Can you resonate with this? Leave a comment down below. And thanks again for being here. We will see you again next time. Bye for now, Leo.